This video is sponsored by Wing Technology, your ultimate flight sim hardware solution.
Hello everyone, I hope you're doing wonderfully well. Today, something really exciting. We didn't find this out. Let me just put credit to the guys. Credit to Kyu for bringing it to my attention. And this came from the ED forum from our third-party developer known as LJQCN101. Well, they found an Easter egg. Now I know what Easter eggs are as well, because they're like things hidden in the game, aren't they, RC?
They're colored eggs that people have on Easter.
He's so old. So we have the ability to turn the JF-17 into a thrust-vectored aircraft. Now think of the X-31 aircraft, and I'll show a picture on the screen now. A fully thrust-vectored Rockwell research vehicle, and this thing could basically go straight up and then balance in mid-air because of its thrust vectoring. It didn't need any lift. It didn't need any conventional control systems to work, and we now have that ability in JF. Note. No, you can't go and do this in a multiplayer server. This is single player only, and you have to set a bunch of options to make sure you can do it. But it is really cool. And it's the first thing we've got in DCS that has proper thrust vectoring, apart from obviously the Harrier, but that's a little bit different. So we are going to place a JF-17. I found it best to put it on the ground rather than starting in the air. You'll start to run into problems if you put it in the air. That's just what I found. Okay, we've got a JF-17. We are going to go into that there. Failures. And we're going to go down here. Duplicate exactly what I've got, please, if you want this to work. FCS, failure, pitch, rate, gyro, 2, ticket, and don't mess with any of the boxes. Down. FCS, failure, AOA, sensor 2, done. That's it. Out we come. So first, I'll go and do this without the Easter egg cheat, whatever you want to call it. Okay,
Fuel.
Essentially a normal JF-17. Power on, just checking everything. Off we go. I will also have the warnings because things still will fail, but we won't have thrust vectoring. Up we go. Gear up. You can see my credentials down the bottom there, my angle of attack and all funky stuff like that. Now what you're going to find is that it will fly pretty much like a normal aeroplane. So watch what happens as my speed gets low and I'm heading straight up at 90 degrees. Eventually I'm going to run out of airfoil on those wings and those control surfaces. Put that up there, and you're going to see I can no longer keep it nose pointing up, keep it erect, as it were. I'm doing everything I can now with all of my controls to try and keep it pointing up. I'm doing pretty well, but she's going to stall. And wait, no, I'm still going. Look at that. But it's getting harder and harder for me to do it. That's it, it's gone, it's stalled. The aeroplane's stalled, and I can't get that back, as you know. There's nothing I can do to get that back. So, that's that. Now, watch this! We're now going into thrust vector control mode. So, JF-17, we need to ensure that the failures happen. So, on our screen, main menu, data, FCS. So, we've already got a failure in channel B or 2 of angle of attack. We're just waiting for the failure for the pitch rate. Let's just get that sped up. Pitch rate failure, problem with channel B, channel 2. Next, back to our FCS control panel. Flight test A, flight test B. On, put the record button on. Now, set your faces to stun, valued viewers. The only thing we don't have is an animated nozzle, because this is, you know, this is a bit of fun at the end of the day. This is not supposed to be a serious thing. Whoa! It's a bit lively. How they've done this, I don't know. And look at the control I get, and how slow I can get it. Oops, wrong way. I've actually lost the 90 degree sign. There it is. Now, I'm going to try and do snapshots from outside. It gets a little bit hard when trying to do this, so you just have to forgive me as it gets a bit harder. But I can constrain the yaw. So I'm down to 58 knots, and I'm still going up. And in perfect control. That's my own. It's me that's. Look at me, RC. Look at. Oh, that's really hard to explain. Let me do it again. Let me try and show you again. Oops, nozzle strike. It's probably not going to help. Right, where's 90? There it is. Watch this. You valued little viewers, you. We're at 50 knots to see how he looks. Ah, I've even got my gear up. Look, RC, you're not looking.
I am looking.
30 knots. 20 knots. Gets hard to control at this point. Oh, balance it, Cap, balance it, balance it, balance it. It's like balancing a top, it's really hard. And once it goes, that's it, you're dead. Only so much thrust vectoring can do. And that's me, a dead man. So, that, like I said, the thrust, the afterburner doesn't wiggle about because this is an Easter egg. It's not a serious thing. That is how you can turn thrust vectoring on in your JF-17. I'm not exactly sure if I'm supposed to share this, but well, it's out there now, isn't it? So go and have some fun, and I might even make a competition like who can hover in the air the longest or something like that. I think that'd be really interesting to see what we can, land. Maybe even come down and land it on a building or something. I think that'd be really. You need some practice. It's like balancing a helicopter in a really horrendous VRS in a storm, blind, with someone smacking you in the ear. It's really hard. Right, I'm chuffed with that. Anything you want to add, Super RC?
Nope.
I hope you enjoyed that and see you later.